Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And we recommend to you Western Legends as the Western game for your collection.
Hee-haw!
Yeah. Insert generic cowboy noise right here. Matt, tell the people, this is such a great game.
2 to 6 players.
Yep.
Sandbox game. That means that you can do whatever you want.
Pretty
and
much
we'll go down and we'll see what we mean.
Yeah.
And plays around like 90 minutes to a couple of hours.
90 minutes to a couple of hours, yeah.
But this game is fun from the first seconds to the last. And it's probably one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Put this on the board. Put your spaghetti western soundtrack and you're gonna have a great time.
You absolutely are. This game is absolutely dripping in theme, man. I mean, from every single element. You've got poker cards in this game, of course. You're in the Wild West, you're going to be playing poker. And the poker cards are actually the big engine of the game,
yes,
right? They
yes.
are not just, well, you could play poker if you wanted to, which is amazing. You could just sit and play poker for the whole time. But they're also used in combat, and they're also used for like special abilities. There's like a bunch of abilities on the cards as well.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous system, this.
Yeah, it's a great system, and let's talk how it goes with the actual game. So let's talk about what sandbox means. So for sandbox, it's literally all those games that give you a lot of different options that you can do, and especially they don't give you a specific way of winning the game. So in example, in this game, you could be playing poker for the entirety of the game and just spending money on dancers,
dancing girls, yeah.
and that's a way of winning. The other way will be helping the sheriff, like capturing bandits.
Yeah.
Another one could be literally like taking cows from one place to the other.
Just cattle wrangling.
Or, as all the Western, you could be the bandit and you could go rob other player, rob a bank, rob whatever you want, and that still gives you points of winning. And again, there are even more ways of getting those points. So if we go like how the game is set up, each player will get a special character that is gonna be his own character, and the things I really love about it. In this case, I got Billy the Kid.
Yes, absolutely.
And, what do you got there?
I got Judge Roy Bean, and it's wonderful because these are all characters from the Wild West, like actual people.
Exactly, these are actual heroes or villain of that time, and each one will have a different power. So these games had the asymmetric power system, so each player will have and depending on which character you pick, you want to go a little bit of one way or the other. For example, Billy the Kid, we all know it was
bit of a villain,
bandit,
bit of a
so
ruffian.
you probably want to do that. You want to keep it like walking his shoes and trying to do robbery and trying to kill other players.
Do stick-ups.
Well, for example, you got the judge and he's got superpowers that will let him be on the justice side. So being helping the sheriff will give you more rather than being a wanted guy. And talking about wanted or being a good or being a bad guy, tell us what is the tracker, or what's that mechanic?
This system is awesome. It's kind of like a morality tracker. If you imagine like Fallout 3, right? Or those sorts of games where you've got those good guy and bad guy points. This tracks that in a really interesting way. You're either going to be on the wanted track, which is up there, or you're going to be on the Marshal track, but never both. You're only going to be on one of those. And if you're on the Marshal track, this is the slow and steady track, where you're going to get points, you're going to get a couple of bonuses, but it's sort of slow and steady through the game. You'll get like a bunch of money and you get some rewards that way. The wanted track though, that's the high risk, high reward, where you're going to be getting loads of points at the end of your turn, especially if you're really wanted. That's like 3 points at the end of every single turn, which is amazing. Until you get caught, and then your track goes back to 0 again, and you start from nothing. So it's high risk, high reward, and it's really, really clever in that way, because once you're wanted and you're getting loads of points every turn, every other player is going to be like, I'm going to catch that bandit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw them in jail.
No, and this is great. Again, high risk, high rewards versus the steady. But the good thing is you can start the game being on the good side, and then at a certain point flip to the bad side. But at the same time, you can do the other way around. Start being a bad guy, and then start moving up on the Marshal side. So you repent and
exactly.
and you want to be in the good side, or keep doing a ping pong between the two for the entirety of the game.
If you
whenever helps you, you can do one or do the other. Again, never the same, never both at the same times, but
absolutely.
separately.
It gives you real freedom that way, right?
Absolutely.
To play how you want to play it.
And talking about freedom, so what you can do during the game, each player can do 3 action, and those 3 action will be moving between the different zones. You can visit the shops that your tiles tells you that you are, and what kind of shops or entertainment that can we find. So we got the poker place where you can actually play poker, and we'll have a look at that. You can go and mine and find some gold.
Just gonna find some gold and chuck some dice.
You can visit the shop where you can spend your money buying objects. They're gonna help you, and the objects are from a 10-gallon head,
of course, Western,
to some Mustangs or a mule that will help you transport more gold from the mines back to the city, up to all the weapons that you can imagine, revolvers and
shotguns,
shotguns, all that kind of stuff. So the games were. Or another one, you could go into what would you call? There's a lot of where all the dancing ladies.
The cabaret.
The cabaret. Let's call it cabaret.
Let's call it the cabaret.
That's probably 2024. This is the more yes.
Okay.
Let's call it. You could go at the cabaret and watch a show and entertain yourself, enjoy it, and that will still give you points, by the way. So that is fantastic. Or another action you can do is duel. You can go and find bandits or other player.
And be like, who's the best in the West?
And duel. And while we're talking about this, I will say, Wayne, let's have a look at the poker cards, because that is the fantastic mechanics of this game. So let's do poker face.
So the cards in this game are absolutely tremendous, and as you say, Matt, they are very much the engine of how this game operates, and there are such amazing effects on these cards. At the start of your turn, you're always going to get some cards, and you're going to be using them either for fighting or for playing poker with, or for their effects. And let's take a look at some of their effects, and I can show you some of these. For example, we've got Manhunt here, which if you are a good guy, or even a bad guy, you can move the sheriff up to a few spaces, so you can either move them towards a wanted player to maybe catch them and send them in jail.
Yeah, that means that, if I'm the bad guy, you want to play that card as an action
to get the sheriff
on my way and try and stop me getting more points.
Absolutely.
As we said about the tracker.
But if I'm a bad guy, I could use this to send the sheriff away from me.
That's great.
Down the road, which is great as well. We've got Sprint here. Here's another great one. So as a reaction, so you can just do this at the end of a move and move an extra couple of spaces, which is really great. So playing this will get you just to that extra spot you need to either get out of the sheriff's reach, or maybe to drop off one of the cows to get a reward or something like that. Here is a great fight card example. This is Stick 'em Up. So if you're fighting with someone, you can reveal this card to actually decrease the value of their card played against you by 2, which is brilliant. So
explain how the duel works.
Absolutely, and it's super straightforward. It's basically you pick a card from your hand, your opponent picks a card, and then you reveal them at the same time. Highest value wins.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. But then you might have a weapon that will change the value of it. Or you might have this Stick 'em Up card, which will reduce their value. Or you might have something else in play, or a special power that will do something to either to your value or their value. It's tremendous how it all sort of cascades and combines together.
It's great. And my favorite way of using the cards, of course, is playing as cards.
Play poker.
You basically go to a poker house and you play Texas Hold'em against the house.
Or if there's someone in town with you, they can also play against you. Yeah.
And you literally put down. You go to there. You put down the river from the deck.
Yeah, there's a flop that comes down there. There's 3 cards go down.
You got the 3 cards.
And you just have to make the best 5 cards you can. It's like an abridged version of Hold'em.
Yeah. And it's simple as that, and that's gonna make you either win a lot of money or losing money. If you lose, it's fantastic. That's why this game is so thematic. So again, you got these cards. With the same cards, you can play poker, duel, use action. Each card will have interaction with other cards, so
you can, or abilities.
You can create combos with abilities and other cards. So absolutely fantastic. And the freedom that these games give you, this makes it why it's one of my favorite games ever.
Yeah, it's absolutely tremendous. The theme is absolutely dripping, and just for extra storyline potential and extra story theme, and to make it drip more with that Western theme, you've got these story cards here, which are great. It sort of encourages you to do certain things during the game.
So these cards will be trigger on this phase. You will have the trigger, so it will tell you when you can flip this card. And whoever is the player triggering this event will take it out and read what it is. For example, this is Slip of the Just. And we'll tell players to do to gain money or to lose money or to gain wounds or to move somewhere. So this will add that unpredictability to the game that makes it a lot of fun. And again, you got tons of these cards, so it's gonna be very rare that you're gonna have the same events all the time.
Yeah, and there are things like, in this one it says initiate a fight with another player, and that's great, and you're gonna want to do that because the great thing about these cards is if you contributed to them, i.e. you did the thing, you'll typically get something good. If you didn't contribute to them, then you might get some sort of penalty, which is really cool. You're gonna want to do these all the time. So yeah, all in all, absolutely tremendous experience, from the freedom that you get to all of the different variability. It's going to be different every time you play it. To the theme, it's about as good a Western game as you can possibly find. So here's a few reasons as to why you need this game in your collection, Matt. Pick one. What's a good one? Why do they need this?
My first one, of course, is the theme. This is the most thematic game ever for me.
It's super thematic.
Everything is thematic. Everything links perfectly with the theme. Again, put some Ennio Morricone soundtrack, and literally you'll be riding into the canyon. It's absolutely fantastic. The fact that he adds historical characters to the game, it just makes me love this game even more. So absolutely, it's the theme. What about you?
Definitely the freedom. This whole sandbox style game, it's not done very well very often.
Sometimes it can be too
broad or not tight enough or whatever. And if you liked something like Zia, Legends of a Drift System, it's that but a Western theme. And I think it's actually a much tighter design than that game. That whole ability to just go and do what you want is a really fun feeling. It's a kind of a point salad in some ways, where whatever you want to do, you will get points in some way. If you go mine gold, you get points. If you go play poker, you get points. If you go see the dancing girls, you'll get points. If you go shoot someone in a duel, you'll get points. And that freedom and how that's all tied together is just a tremendous feeling.
But still, without being that wide that you got a million rules.
Absolutely.
So the rules are pretty simple to get. And that makes it very enjoyable.
This we'd put in our advanced category of games.
Absolutely. Another one that I will point out is the replayability of this game. One game you could be a poker player. One games you could be the best friend, the Marshal's best friend. One you can be a bandit. One you can be a miner. One you can be 2 or 3 of these all together. So there is you're never gonna play the game in the same way.
Yeah.
The fact that you got asymmetrical character as well, that adds even more, and you got a lot of characters. So you can decide one day you're gonna be him, one day it's
Calamity Jane, Billy the
they
Kid,
all
whoever
play.
else,
Yeah, they all play differently, so slightly differently. So you will have the one that is more toward the poker, the one toward the bandit, but that doesn't limit what you can do.
Absolutely.
So the replayability is
really high. Yeah.
really high, and that again another reason to put this game on the table a lot of times. Plus, very small one, setup is minimal.
Yeah.
It takes seconds, and that is a big plus.
For a game of this scope, the setup is really easy,
Yeah.
and that's to be commended. It doesn't happen very often.
No. Yeah, exactly.
So you've got to point that out.
Plus.
That's a big plus, especially for us, man.
Yeah.
We're getting older. We don't have much time, so get the game out and get playing. And finally, that I want to point out is the mechanisms of this game are extremely good. They're tight, they're solid, they're fun, they're thematic, they're interesting. And the thing that I like very much about the mechanism is this deck of poker cards. The multi-use thing.
Yeah.
It's just a great system. You're going to be using them for everything, from playing poker to fighting to the different actions on them, and they're all tremendously entertaining. And you pull off a great combo in a movie, like it feels super satisfying.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's with just what is it, like 52 cards?
Yeah.
You basically play all the game. And it's absolutely great. I love it. I love this game so
He loves
much.
this game, absolutely. And if you love this game, then why don't you let us know in the comments below? Do you know a better Western-themed
I don't think
game?
so. Come on.
I don't think so. There's a few of them out there, but
You try.
Yeah, you try. Do you know what? It's a theme that I don't think is done as often as it should be.
There are a few. Maybe we can. But.
So absolutely, let us know what you think of Western Legends. And is there a better sandbox game while we're on the subject? Do you prefer this, or do you prefer Xia Legends of a Drift system, or do you prefer something else in that sort of genre?
Yeah, let us know.
Please let us know. We want to know about it.
But while you're letting us know in the comments below, don't forget to hit the like button, and most of all, please hit the subscribe button.
Subscribe.
That really helps us bringing more content to you, and we'll be very happy if you follow our steps in the board game world. So absolutely hit the subs.
Hit the subscribe button and check out the rest of our content. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you again real soon.
Hee-haw!